The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode. And now, here's Brandon.
Welcome back to Old Teen Show. I'm Brandon, and this is my classmate, Jessica.
Hello.
This edition of Old Teen Show covers the first and only season of the short-lived 1992 show, The Heights. This might be the only podcast ever to cover The Heights. We need to find that out. We would be the Heights experts. So
yes. We could tweet at all of the cast members and the directors.
If they had a reunion, we would cover be the panel, like the moderator.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's
News would try to step in. It's like no.
Mm-hmm. They did like a DVD or a Blu-ray, and they did like a retrospective. We'd be like the talking heads that weren't in the cat. Like, well, when they did the third episode, and they, we could be like just the outside entity that talks about the historian of.
Yeah, we're doing the 29th anniversary coming up with the 29th anniversary of The Heights.
Right, which The Heights is the story of a local rock band, 20-somethings, called The Heights, living in a suburb called The Heights. The show is called The Heights. Today we're discussing the 4th episode on the Nickel. Jessica, what's going on with The Heights this week?
Alex helps a street teenager and meets Rita's family. Lenny helps a struggling shop owner.
All right. This one's directed by Donald Petrie, who did the first episode, and written by Tony Spiridakis. Now, the way we're watching this show, you can find it through a very popular video watching website. You could say it's not legal, but there's no other way to watch this show.
I mean, you can find it.
You can find it. This particular recording of it that we watched, I liked because it had the commercial breaks.
Yes! Yes! I was so excited. In the movie trailers, I was like, what movie is this?
I was like, hell yeah. I was like, wait, because sometimes they like tease a little commercial, but they edited them out. Mm-hmm. Not this week. So let's start with that before we get into this. The trailer for School Ties.
I've never even heard of that movie before.
I'd heard of the movie, but I've never seen it. I know it's known because it has like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in early roles, but I didn't expect it to go dark like that. It's like Brendan Fraser. And then like
I like Brendan Fraser. I love him.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't even know if this is pre-Encino Man, maybe.
It might have been.
Because Encino Man, I think, was 93 or 94. But yeah, that one aired twice. They were selling hard on School Ties. It was like opening that Friday, maybe.
Encino Man was 92, May of 92. Okay. But so Encino Man would have technically came out before
this. Yeah, School Ties was after. Yeah. Okay. So that was one of the trailers. Husbands and Wives, the Woody Allen movie. That trailer with Sidney Pollack starred. I can't remember the last time I saw a Woody Allen movie like on national television get a trailer like that. The season premiere of The Simpsons, Camp Bart. I actually remember that one.
I was probably at home recording that episode on VHS, and I would pause during commercials. But it's not always, because sometimes you couldn't be there. You'd set up the recording on the VCR. It's a very big deal. And I feel like whoever did this episode maybe had to do that as well. Just let it roll.
Yeah, they had to do the cross your fingers and hope the time record on the VCR works, because that was a risk back then. Like, damn it. Or if there was a sports game or something and you got delayed and
or if your antenna somehow got moved and like the show or the station was coming in staticky, that sucked.
Oh gosh, yep. So many challenges.
Because I lived in the country, you had to have the antenna.
Gotcha. You kids don't know. There was Donny Osmond in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And they had the tagline, "Don't miss Donnie as Joseph." I
love it.
And guess Go ahead. Go ahead.
As I like the Married with Children.
With Corey Feldman.
So fun. Man. I don't know why it makes me feel better watching the commercials and promos now for stuff that we've already seen.
Right.
But it's fun.
Oh, I love old marketing things. Like I talk about my Doctor Who Blu-rays where they keep they put all the old like commercials and stuff for these episodes, including like they even have like the end thing where it's like during the credits where like next week on the show, and coming up at 9 we have they even put those as like bonus features, and I love that old marketing stuff. There's also the Diet Coke commercial where Paula Abdul dances with Groucho Marx and then has a drink with Cary Grant.
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that one? Oh my gosh, it was great. They put them both in color. They like colorized Groucho and colorized Cary Grant. And I remember, it's funny. Like I remember there was a like Audrey Hepburn commercial, modern one, a few years back that people gave a lot of shit for because it's like, oh, she's dead, leave it alone. Why make new stuff? I'm like, this is kind of that same thing, but Paula.
I like seeing them. I don't know. I guess brought back and maybe in different. Like, anytime you can have a black and white photo and colorize it, like I love that. Even though I know most of her stuff she was in color, but I like that old stuff.
Which you can catch my Fair Lady 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray review now on whysoblue.com. Or hell, this is 4 weeks down the road, so it's way back there. This one opens up interesting thing here. JT bitching to Lenny. They're together because last week was last week. They're bitching. He's bitching about Alex being a singer too in the band. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, here we go. Here's the band dramas. Because Alex, he's the stud guy. He doesn't have long hair. He's got the cool new short haircut.
And the only one with the chart-topping song.
That's right. Right.
JT.
He's got a different voice. Mm-hmm.
Soft.
Because JT's voice is like, and then
They want the ballad.
Yeah, and Alex is like, hey girls, what's going on?
Lenny's like, it's okay, JT, you're still lead guitar. I'm sure.
And he's like, the Beatles had multiple lead singers. He's like, it's been like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's been 30 years. Yeah, Alex, you're like JT. You're an asshole. Like people.
Yes.
JT must be a hell of an inspiration or musician for them to keep him around.
Like they just must. Yeah, they all have to have known each other since high school because it's the Heights, or I don't know, elementary school.
Right.
So they're just trying to stick it through. They're like, hey, we've come this far. It'll be great.
Or he's like, oh shit, they found Alex. They're gonna kick me out in no time.
But he's the type that thinks he could just, find another band. I bet, or. Because he's irreplaceable. Right. I'm surprised more people haven't quit that band so far.
Right? Yeah. It's like
because people aren't showing up at practice, because they're working. How dare they have jobs and lives, and like we don't really see bickering that much about that. Well, kind of when Dizzy didn't want to lose his roommate Stan, because Stan chose not to go to the conservatory of we don't know what in Chicago, and he stayed because it's the Heights. Mm-hmm. In the Heights.
Who pays the rent at that rehearsal place?
I don't even know. And I didn't know if they owned it.
Can they lock it? It doesn't look safe to keep their equipment there.
It looks like a random warehouse. It's just theirs again. And because sometimes in this episode, which we'll get to, it looks like they were going to stay the night there because they didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
I didn't get that either.
It's definitely a TV show thing to have right there. It's like, this is where they play. It looks cool and edgy, and it's like, does it make sense though?
Yeah, maybe they explained it in episode 1.
Oh yeah, that's possible.
We'll talk about it at the reunion special.
Yep, we will. Yeah, when we have the first airing of the pilot episode in, we'll say 2032. So like in 40 years. So, yeah. So that's what we'll do. Jamie Walters is going to do acoustic rendition of "How Do You Talk to an Angel." It's gonna be great. Gonna be great for the Heights reunion panel.
Yeah, go ahead and put that in your calendar now and set the reminder so you don't forget.
Yes, at HeightCon.
They could have a FoxCon, all the Fox 90 shows.
Oh gosh! Oh,
you better believe I recorded all 5 episodes of Pauly, starring Pauly Shore. Yes, I did. Big Pauly Shore fan, so I recorded them. And if I can find that in my big box of VHS tapes, oh my gosh, I'll If they're not already on the tube of You, I might throw them on there.
Yeah, I used to love Fox back then. It was like off-kilter programming back then. They still to this day have different stuff than the other ones, which is, it's crazy what the Fox network puts on the air compared to like being linked to Fox News at the time. Mm-hmm. Not anymore. They're two separate entities now, but like it's like wait, they're programming and their news station are like counter to one another. It was insane. But
I'll never get why like some show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Fox canceled it. It was stupid. So then NBC's like, we'll pick you up. And like, yeah.
Well, NBC made the show, so that was easy for them. But that was an interesting thing. But usually, sometimes when like Fox, who Universal made Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's easier for them to cut ties with that because they're not seeing a lot of the back end residuals on those. So if they have their own show, they keep it on. I don't know how important syndication is anymore. Of getting to 100 episodes for syndication is. That used to be a thing. I don't know if it would be now, but because on a streaming service, you just need to have it there, and who cares if it's 10 or 40 episodes? But
right.
I don't know. That's an interesting thing. But
The Heights isn't on any streaming service, so there's a missed opportunity. Come on. Amazon Prime even. Just throw it on there.
Throw it on. Yeah. Put on. See what The Heights does. See what it is. Help these listeners watch the show in better quality than the VHS copy. Whoever put these up where we're watching them, thank you.
I think they lived in South Dakota, according to one of the commercials.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. And there's like that station identification on one of them, too. This episode, Alex helps a scummy kid. Basically, there's a weird plot line where he's living in like a hotel, Alex has been, I guess. And there's a kid who hasn't paid his rent, but he pays it for him. They get friendly. And he gets swindled. I didn't understand this robbery thing. Like he met these kids somewhere.
I don't remember where the kid, because the punk kid that tried to get out without paying, like he followed Alex. Like, hey, why'd you pay for me, man? Why are you there? Why are you there? You're from the street. Like, you're running from something. You're one of us and all that crap. And then I don't remember him inviting him to a secret society of other youths on the street. But he did at some point.
Right.
And when he does go there, he hands him his jacket because, hey, let me take your coat. Welcome to our random street that we live on, or whatever it is. This another factory building available in the Heights. That's where they're all at. And
it was like
to be nice.
It was like how Shredder's hideout started in Ninja Turtles. Like this is the beginning of it. Like they're not quite at the Foot Clan yet, but like we have an idea. We're gonna put like a half pipe here for skateboarders.
And he took the keys out of Alex's jacket. And it's but then I guess did he leave right away and then go rob that hotel and $100? Ooh. Mm-hmm. Even then, what's that today? $200?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That part was weird.
Yeah. And in the middle of this, Alex meets Rita's family, and they're all like, "What's going? You got a problem with your mom?" Because Alex mentions that he has like no family. He hasn't spoken with his mom in 3 years. His dad, I couldn't tell if he was trying to say his dad was dead or his.
It sounded like he was just gone when he was a kid. He took off, but he's not necessarily dead, or he doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's real weird. We just know he has a really troubled family life. And it's so mysterious and dark. And we're into that because, he's pouty.
But you got a problem with calling your mom? We're just trying to call his mom. Is that bad? Like
Rita's family, all dicks. Like,
yes.
They are the worst. Like it's his first time there. They're meeting the boyfriend. They're like, well, you don't talk to your mom. You need to call your mother right now. Here's the phone. Gary, push it.
Trying to get call his mom.
Dial. Like what? Who does that? And he's like, he politely declines and it's like, no, thank you. I do not wish to do that. And like, do it right now. It's like, he's a guest. Entertain him.
Right.
Why don't you make him go do his own? Like, how selfish are you?
Right. Well, and it's Rita's brother that arrests him for this whole thing.
Oh yeah, because he's a cop and he just knows everything. He's a detective man now, right?
And Rita has to go convince the troubled youth to go turn himself in for Alex, which he does, and then Alex sends him on a bus like, don't screw up your life, man, or whatever. You got all, and that's that storyline.
Most people try to leave the Heights. People don't run and come to the Heights.
Unless you're Alex.
Yeah, you must have done something really bad if you had to come here.
Yeah.
It's just so suspicious. Like maybe he just came here because it's affordable to live. I don't know.
Right.
Chill out.
There was a moment in this where Jodie, Rita, and Hope had this little thing during like talking about it or whatever. Hope works at a thrift clothing store, and they had Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy playing on the video screen.
I thought we were going to see a lot more outfits and not just hats, because I was really excited for the styles. But hey, whatever.
But yeah, that was a little thing. And then our B plot has Lenny again in the front, gets a job at a like collectibles store.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to call that. It's a little hodgepodge. They've got comic books. They've got records.
A messed up storyline. Like this is, it's weird. The boss is like a hoarder that.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that out.
Poses as homeless, or he used to be homeless and he's addicted to the homelessness because he's got all these comic books and things in his store. And it's a mess, and he keeps going through the piles, and I guess he's supposed to sort, but then Alex sees him or Lenny and JT see him on the street, and he's like homeless with a cart picking stuff up.
Yeah, a little dumpster diving, basically.
Yeah.
Like going through trash and...
To which JT's like, homeless people are everywhere, man. Sign of the times. I'm like, okay, JT. Okay. But then Lenny and Stan... They organize the store, and he gets fucking livid and pissed off because he wants it to be just trash. So it's like treasure hunting or something. It's this guy's just mentally not there or something, and they end up making amends. But then Lenny gets fired because it's not right for him, or it's.
Because Lenny didn't even want a job. He just accidentally got a job.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. I wasn't even looking and I got a job. Like,
and then what? Sam, the store owner, hires him. And next thing you know, Sam's also freaking out about everything. And then they're okay. Yeah, I couldn't figure out if he had a mental disability or if it's just Sam was like, no, this is how I do things. Like hoarder, like you said. Yeah. Because he also, a kid came in that didn't say anything. And Sam basically gave him a box of baseball cards because he knew that that's what the kid got, which was really nice. And then that basically shows that Sam would go and try to find baseball cards to give the kids.
Well, the kid had the baseball cards and the mom would throw them away and then Sam would find them again and give them back to him or something. The JT's shithead father comes back and he tells him, "You're my Vietnam, Pop." I was like, ooh.
Got real dark there.
Oh, shit. And then there was turmoil in band practice in this at one point. I remember.
JT was just being a real creep for some reason and singing right up in Hope's face.
Right.
While she's playing the guitar. And she's like, stop it, whatever. And he yells at her. He calls her dead weight to the band. It's like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Like, again, how is anybody friends with this guy still, and how is he still in the band and a prominent fixture of the band? Like,
I don't know.
Just let him go solo, guys.
But yeah, because him and his dad get in that fight, because it was weird. JT was trying to get in the shower, and his dad just shows up like, "Hey, JT, I'm going to fight with you while you're getting in the shower."
Right.
I don't know. Like, you fancy man, you're in a band. You're too good to be dirty, something like that. Right. It was really weird. So he's like, I can shower somewhere else, which is when he goes back to the practice location, their little factory that they play in, that I still don't understand what that building is. And when he's there, Alex is also there.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex and JT, here we go. We started with him being butthurt about Alex being a singer also. And what do? They sing together.
They have a little moment. They talk about, it's been a rough week and they do their little music video thing, and then it ends on this like really somber moment. Like just kind of
talking like 600,000. Is it 600,000 kids or 600,000 people are homeless?
Yeah,
and it's like, oh,
okay.
Did you notice when they were singing their song and doing their beautiful harmonies together?
Yeah,
it was just them two alone, Alex and JT. Then midway through the song, the entire band's there. They're playing. All there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, did they just show up that they're working on the song? And then, no, don't worry. At the end of the song, they're gone. It's like they were never there. So what? I don't understand that. What are they trying to tell us?
It's like when we record this, I'm going to want the sax right here. Bass is going to come. It's like them envisioning the full song. I don't know.
So we see the band that they're envisioning, but they were never there. And that just ticked me off. Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to be artsy? Focus on the storyline a little bit, like dialogue, maybe more band stuff where they actually interact with the band. Like you said, more about the music instead of artsy. This is where I'm not, I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand the direction people go.
Right.
Explain it to me. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I don't get it on my own.
I think each episode offers a little bit of what the show should be based on what its premise is, but never dives into that fully. That's never like a prime focus on things. Like the first one we watched, episode 2, of course, had the Hope and JT moment. Then the second episode, you see Lenny working at with his inspiration and working a side gig that's music related, but he's not the focus of it. And then this one you have JT's like turmoil about about this Alex guy who sings too, and you have a little band fight, but it's never fully committed to being about the music when it's the show's about music. It's like, well, we did that music, we'll do a song every episode and that's enough. And it's like not really enough.
Right. And they're not even all there all the time. I guess they started with everyone there at band practice. And right. JT was a twat to Hope.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end, it's just JT and Alex. Although I did love Alex's jacket. I love the Levi jacket, the brown corduroy, Sherpa lined, very Rick Grimes. Love that. I love those jackets. I'm like, all right.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. We also, because we had the full recording, we have the next week preview where it's like, and it was funny because it looks like it focuses on JT and his father, and it's like, sometimes a show comes along that's too powerful to miss.
I just can't even take it serious. Did these promos work for parents? Like, oh, well, we need to pay attention to this and watch this with our kids.
And then then it also said, next week on a very special episode of The Heights. I'm like, this is only like episode 5, guys. But
it's like drinking at the dance on Full House. It's a cheap drink. The beer got spilled on her.
It hit the TV narrator promo checklist cliche like all. I was like, because when they're like, it's too bad. I'm like, he's gonna say on a very special episode. On a very special episode. I'm like, yeah, he did it.
Jesse Spano's taking speed. Watch this with your kids. Talk about drugs. Not cool.
Get excited.
Gosh.
Get so excited.
I'm so scared.
Oh my. But yeah, so that's what we have to look forward to. And just like that show, that episode, this podcast will be an episode that's too powerful to miss.
We will go there.
We will go there. We're going to get deep. Jessica and I might shed tears, talk about things like, but it's going to deal with JT's shithead father and JT, who is also a shithead like his father. So I don't know where, unless they drag someone I care about of these characters in, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to, do you have any idea what happens without?
No.
You want to take a guess? I haven't seen it yet, so pure guess.
Okay, pure guess. I'm going to guess some kind of Vietnam PTSD, and then like JT's father kills himself at the end. That's going to be my guess. I'm going dark. I was thinking his dad would beat the crap out of him. Okay.
And then maybe he would either hit a girl or something, like out of frustration.
Okay.
Or maybe not. Maybe it's just one. Maybe we want to focus on one hitting job. So maybe his dad just beats him where the band notices and then tries to intervene.
Okay.
But yours was way darker. So
I went dark.
Brandon went there.
I went there. So I guess listeners, who do you think is going to be more right? Jessica and JT hits a woman, or Brandon, JT's father offs himself? Darkest timeline.
Wait, I think I was sticking with JT's dad just beats the crap out of him.
What? Okay, JT's dad beats a child
and maybe
abuse.
He hits a woman. Yeah, child abuse. Well, is he a child? He's an adult. I guess they would do
suicide. Yeah. Which dark path do you think the show's gonna go? Who's right? Let us know.
Oh no! What if Jody loses the baby?
Well, no, because it was all the preview was all JT and his dad. I doubt they'd like, oh look, it's all this.
Curveball, miscarriage. And it's like, geez, Pete.
It's not like, do you remember like Heroes, that show?
I never watched it. I remember the promos like crazy.
So there was in the first season, I think it was like mid-season finale area, there was the trailer, and it's like, next week, don't miss, a hero will fall.
Oh, geez.
I was like, oh no. And then you watch the episode, and it was like one of the fucking villains. And it was like, wait, it'd be like next week on the Justice League, one of the members will die, and it ends up being like the Riddler getting killed off. It's like, wait, no, but yeah, it was a villain character they killed off, but they were like, a hero will fall. It's like, no hero fell that episode. It was they killed a villain off. I was like,
yeah,
not cool.
Man, you know what? Yeah, if it's JT and his dad, I feel like maybe JT beats his dad up.
Okay.
I don't know. There's so many things that could go wrong in the Heights.
It could. They could go wrong with the Heights, in the Heights, on the Heights.
Yeah, I bet Stan just decides to take that scholarship and go to the Chicago Conservatory.
This place is dead anyway. Yep, Here we go.
He's like, you guys don't need bass. I'm out.
All right. Well, this gig is over. Until next time we play, Jessica, where can people keep up with you?
On Instagram at Jessica Alsman and Twitter at JN Alsman, and over at the Bob and Tom Show. I pop on the air once a week there. You can find more info at bobandtom.com.
Gotcha. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon4KUHD. Written work on whysoblue.com. There is more from the Brandon Peters Show this week. But until then, Jessica, how do you talk to an angel?
It's like trying to catch a falling star.
And if you get stardust on yourself, remember, that's a secret password to learn how to find a weakness in a large galactic weaponry base.
I knew it.
In my mind.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at BrandonPetersShow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at BrandonPetersShow.com. The show is available on Apple Music, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.